Star can't run and she can't hide from her tragic experiences. We get an amazing performance and it's such a pleasant surprise. Also, and we get a shotgun wedding? Stay tuned, it's the Star After Show.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't
Bob.
do it, didn't do it, didn't do
Yeah, a little something, something.
You weren't feeling it.
A little body roll, you do a little body roll to it.
That's what
You're right, that is it. What's going on, y'all? I'm Ivanna, and welcome to the Star After Show with AfterBuzz TV. We are on episode 11 of season 2. Take it to church. And also now, I'm going to take it to my other co-hosts. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Jill Munroe.
Yes.
Thanks for checking us out. Shout out to the chat because you guys are in there early. Like, we aren't even logged in yet, and you guys are already in there waiting on us, so
Welcome.
we appreciate you.
Yes. And I am your girl, Shawna O. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm so glad to be back. I missed you guys so much.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
Hey,
We to step two.
Step 2. But I just want you guys to know I love this show. I love y'all, and I got some things to say about this episode.
Some tea. Because it was jam-packed.
Yes.
Speaking of a packed schedule, too, Noah, I mean, my goodness, he has a month to get an album together and then go on tour.
Now, see, here's my thing. We've seen the whole recording studio on the tour bus.
Right.
He's going to be on tour for 6 months. So you're telling me no cities they stop in have studios? He does not have a month to get an album together. He has a month to get a show together. Are they doing big venues?
Like,
probably not. Like,
my goodness.
come on, man.
That
First
was-
it was the Atlanta Fest.
Right.
Then it was,
Right.
Always a
We're
new
always
contest.
getting ready.
Will these girls ever win?
I don't
Will
know.
Noah ever win?
So what were your overall thoughts? I mean, when y'all first tuned in, what did y'all think of it?
Well, first of all, I just want to just shout out to the beautiful thing that is Noah, because he's gorgeous.
Luke James is a handsome
He's
man.
my favorite thing to look at on this show. I will say that. I think that he can do it. I think that he's been stepping his game up. His attitude has really been changing. He hasn't been as
Because of
reckless.
Alex and their musical connection. Just saying.
Yeah. What about you? What were your overall thoughts, Jill?
You know, there's a lot in the beginning.
Yeah.
A long middle.
Yeah, and a lot at the end.
Action-packed at the end.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. So our first topic, yes, I do want to talk about Noah going on tour, and will we not have Take 3 on tour? I don't know. Like that had me a little frustrated. I'm like, just add the girls on the tour. Like, come on.
me,
they can just open.
It makes the most sense. You have Alex
only
there,
makes sense.
her group, and then she branches off to do her, duo thing with Noah. Like,
Right.
why are we
It's
playing?
way less divisive that way. But what I will say is, I don't believe that these music industries out here are really trying to promote like togetherness and unity. They're really trying to pit people against each other, so everyone's hungry all the time.
But it's your label mates. Like, if everybody on the label wins, the label wins. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
And honestly, when you're having fun, like I feel like if they were all together, they would be having fun anyways. And when you're having fun, that's when you produce the best content.
Yeah, like the chemistry. And so, like I said, I was not surprised that Alex is going to be partnered up with Noah, and it's just them. They're just really going to ride this thing out. Because I'm like, duh, of course it happens. But man, she's having to constantly, even with last week's episode, she's having to constantly tell Noah and everybody else, like, okay, but Take 3 is
Right.
my top priority. Just want to let you know
and
that.
this is not real.
Yeah.
She's continuing to say that.
she's
Bless
saying it's
her.
not real to convince herself.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the chemistry there between those
Oh,
two.
it
And
is
for 6
undeniable.
months,
Yes.
That
Girl, she
studio
gon-
bus
she gon'
is
end
about
up
to be
pregnant.
rocking and
No, why are you wishing that on her again?
I know, right?
Honestly,
No.
and she better do the same thing she did the first time.
Oh.
So now we're
Safety
moving on.
first.
Okay. Maurice, I'm still trying to get used to Maurice and Carlotta together.
It's
I
very
don't believe it.
strange and
I don't believe it.
unbecoming.
Because I was really hoping that he would really fight for Take 3. But I understand the
position
understand,
he's
the
in.
position that he's in. Like, I get it. He's in between a rock and a hard place. Because now it's like with love and where his heart is and then where his mind is and his career. Like, that's difficult. But what did y'all think on that?
I did not believe the relationship. I don't believe that he's loyal. I never have really trusted him. He didn't really give me the good vibe. And I think I'm trying to decide, like, is it the actor? Because Lance Gross keeps playing these roles where he's like beating women and acting crazy and like being destructive. So I'm like, is it the character?
I mean, he tried to negotiate for them to join
Maurice
the tour.
is a nice guy, but that's the thing. He's a nice guy who doesn't have very much leverage. He didn't. To me, he wasn't prepared to have this conversation with Charles. He wasn't prepared to say why take 3. I mean, he gave little subtle reasons, but nothing to really stand his ground.
And now there's a sing-off. Like, wow, Maurice, thanks a lot.
Again.
Thanks, dude.
A part of me is like, maybe he keeps on coming out with these videos and these sing-offs and these things because he knows Take 3 is so talented. They keep on knocking him down.
He's not coming up with the ideas. They are.
True that. He's not good, you guys.
He's not
never
the creative.
Liked him.
They need a new A&R.
Yeah, and then that means Carla's going to have to get a new man.
Right.
Or maybe their relationship will be better because they're not in a working relationship too.
It's going to cause more tension because the reason why Maurice is not going to be over Take 3, I don't know. It's going to be too much.
You know.
But before we move on, let me just go ahead and let you guys know something that I know.
Oh, what is it?
Okay? If you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life, and for those who do, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness, career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that we, the Star on Fox After Show, sent you. Yes.
Hello.
Put Star on Fox in the subject line. Okay? Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Check it out.
And while you're there perusing iTunes for Maria's podcast, you might want to happen to check out ours, this show.
Right.
And if you so happen to do that, make sure that you're leaving 5 stars. And if you're on YouTube, thumbs up. We appreciate it. Let us know how you're feeling in the comments too. We obviously check those, and we love for your to get your feedback and to connect with you guys. And we appreciate you.
I'm responding to every single
live read
comment
off the
left
dome.
on iTunes. I'm responding to
Jill's
every
a
single
professional.
one. So send us some.
Okay.
right.
So then we back. Hey, we're back with Star, and she's having these little. Because at first I was like, okay, this got to be a dream sequence again. Like, what's going on? But she goes to this bar where there's an open mic night. Okay, and it's going really well, and I'm like, look at you. Like, I never really saw it. Sorry, I never really saw it for Star as a solo act. But when I saw her pairing up with that old fine keyboardist Jackson,
Can we just once again to the casting of Star, you guys pick the best men, top to bottom. There are like whatever type of flavor you like, they're there.
Yes.
Nationality, race.
Yes.
Work that out.
They do.
Thank you, Jackson.
They do very well on casting men. Definitely. So it goes well until she throws up, and I'm like, what? Okay. But at first, I don't know. I kind of wasn't surprised because she has a lot of things that she hasn't really dealt with yet, hasn't really processed. But like with Alex, we already processed, why she steals and was it kleptomaniac? Right. Is that it?
She needed some control.
Yeah, exactly. And Simone, and then why she chooses to smoke weed and why she was taking pills a lot. But with Star, I mean, she's always had these thoughts, but she kind of held them back, and so now they're coming up, and that's why I said she can't run and she can't hide from these tragic experiences. First with her mother, and then when she stabbed. What was his name again?
Hunter?
No.
You're talking about stepdaddy, Otis.
Yeah, Otis, right. You know what I mean? So it's just like, of course, now is the time for Star to kind of process these things because she's never really had the chance to. Right. I feel like she's always tried to be the big sister for Simone and Alex and not really show like when she's hurting.
Right, and not only was she just being the big sister, I totally agree with you, she was also avoiding and things were happening one after another. It's like as soon as she got done doing something else, it was something else coming her way. And she handled it, I will admit, she handled it so well. It's kind of like those things where people make things look easy. Yeah. And you're just like, okay, well, that was easy. But I think that she truly has PTSD. I think that she needs to talk to a therapist ASAP. Seeing visions, that is like a mental It could be a mental breakdown beginning. She could be experiencing schizophrenia. It could just be anything. I'm worried about her.
Because I feel like she's having anxiety attacks.
Well, I mean, she's murdered 2, maybe more.
You know, it happens.
So
You know.
So she's
that
might be a
affect how you deal with the world, how you look at the
Probably.
world, and at some point it's gonna bubble to the
Probably
surface.
so.
You know?
I
would
thought her
assume
vice
so.
was men. Now I'm starting to think it's murdering.
Well,
Murder and mayhem.
why
men and
not
mayhem.
both? You know,
Right.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay.
So then,
Was that Spanish?
It's just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I am bilingual. Okay.
There you go, and in Southern California, you absolutely need to be.
Exactly.
And in Dallas,
From
too.
from Texas to California, you got to. Now, what we have is the Men of Midtown tour, which I'm not gonna lie, that kind of surprised me. I wasn't
Expecting it at all.
not.
Here's the thing, and Hayel had a point though. If you go to concerts, think about how like the ladies only tour with Tank, and when they do stuff like that.
Right.
Who do you see? Who are the people that are really, unless it's Beyonce,
Right.
and even then who's really keeping tours in business?
Women.
Who's gonna go over and over again, scream, buy up all the tour merch, and do all of
Right.
that stuff? But I feel like they would for Take 3 too if they connected to them and felt them in another way. I mean, granted, it's a whole other level when it's multiple men because then everybody can pick their favorite. But I'm not. It sounds good.
Yeah. Because they didn't even get to do the sing off, right? Like they just
No.
cut off. That was so unfortunate.
We don't even know what Angel and Andy were gonna come with.
Right.
We didn't even see them discussing it, rehearsing. They weren't sweating her anyway.
That's that male privilege too. Because I would
Right.
have been hot. Okay, I would have been so pissed.
They were just.
Which you
fine
mean I don't even
because
get to
they
prove
knew
myself?
They were gonna win.
Yeah.
Like they knew that they were gonna win. So.
God.
Because Hayel knows how to move and shake. This boy uses his charm. He
Look,
uses his
Hayel is a
uses-
talker, okay?
He
that
can
man
do it all.
talks. And then, because whenever he came outside and Carlotta, had a conversation with him, she was saying that he tampered with some sort of evidence. What is it that he would have tampered with?
This is what she almost alluded to. Maybe he set the fire at the shop, but I'm like, we all know.
I was like, girl.
But that's not what happened. But
See, that's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
See, I thought she was saying like there was because remember she had some information. Either was it on Charles Floyd or Ayanna?
It was
She had
on,
some
on
information,
Charles Floyd.
and she had put it away somewhere. And then Hayel found a piece of paper at the end of one of the episodes and was like, "Oh, really? What is this?" And that's what he.
Because I thought she said the
utilized
paper
for
was on
leverage.
Ayanna. She had something on. Well, hell, we'll find out.
Right.
But-
It's exciting to
She's
think about.
surprised.
it.
My goodness. I mean, well, we see, Ayanna does meet up with her dad and gives him an ultimatum, which I was like, yes,
After
girl.
Carlotta kicks some life into her, like, you need to clean it up and pull it together.
Hello.
Stop hiding in a bottle in a hotel. Like, why are you at
Yeah.
a hotel and not at your house?
They definitely will complement each other, and I look forward to seeing them joining forces against Charles
Yes.
Floyd. Because I'm like, yes, because both of them need some payback against Charles Floyd. So
But this is my question: did they want revenge against Charles Floyd only, or Charles Floyd and Hayel? Because Hayel
whole
did
system.
like
but I
pull
say
the rug
Carlotta
from
now
under them.
is
both.
against Hayel.
They
Absolutely.
both want some because she dropped that little nugget to Ayanna, like, hey, things started going left for you when you were messing with Hayel, and then you weren't anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And that's when Ayanna was like, it was the D.
It was the D.
The crackhead D, I think,
Yes,
is what she
right.
actually
She could
said.
tell you
Let me
that
get that correct.
Cocaine.
The crackhead D.
She
Yeah.
forgot the number one rule. If
Cocaine,
you-
no, did she say cocaine D?
She
or
called him a
crackhead?
cokehead.
I think
Okay, a cokehead. All right. I want to get the right drug terminology either way because she contributed his sexual prowess to that drug. So
Yes.
we just want to be clear.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of sexy things, because whenever they were in Noah and Alex, when they were in the coffee shop, I guess, and she was trying to have a conversation with him again, like setting boundaries, because this is for you all and for y'all in the chat. Do y'all think that Noah is going to understand and respect the boundaries, or do you think he's going to try and get with her again?
Oh, like he said, 6 months on tour is a long, long time. I mean, really, back in the day, there used to be like little tour relationships that happened, like, in the
course.
90s
Yep.
when the R&B groups would go on tour and stuff like that. And that's a long time.
Yeah.
You see people, you link up, and
It's natural. For me, though, I think he's going to try. I think he's really going to truly attempt it because he sees how the whole thing just really kind of blew up in his face. He didn't expect all that.
Yeah.
But I think that what's going to happen is Alex is then going to be the aggressor. Because you know us women, when they act a little funny, we be like, wait a minute, boy, you don't forget.
It's going to be the music.
Don't forget all the way.
I feel like it's the music that they're going to keep coming back to. Because they keep mentioning that.
Yes.
That is their centering point,
Yeah. And they make such beautiful music. I totally I ship their music relationship, but not the real life. I want him to be with Star.
And then when I would rather him be with Alex.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like when Alex finds out that Derek is walking again, her whole get down is
gonna
going to
turn her
switch.
upside down, girl. And that's why I'm like, I can't wait to see him start walking again, because then she's gonna be like,
well, we saw it, and I'm
but it's
wondering. I'm
longer.
like, first it was the little woman in the store. Now his physical therapist, Derek, is going to be keeping eyes at somebody that is helping him along this journey.
Right,
in
I
those
felt
ways.
that too. They kept showing that he was having all these females as caregivers, and I'm just like, that is not for nothing, okay? All that hugging and holding under the arms, I know about it.
Right, skin to skin.
yeah, whoa, shoot.
Some
we'll see.
emotions are going to form.
Right. So Simone and her sexuality.
What? She's sexually fluid.
Yeah,
She's
she
fluid.
is.
Did you guys see that joke on Twitter?
What?
Someone said, I was at a baby shower, at a baby gender reveal, and they lifted the box and it was a glass of water. The sex is fluid. Get it? I love a good joke, you guys. Ha, 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 ha.
I love that.
Yeah, so I think Simone is fluid.
Oh, that's just a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
So for me, I definitely think Simone is fluid, but she said, no, Raquel pinned it last week. She said she might be into energy. And I think that's what it was, because when she and Angel were talking and he was like, I felt a vibe for you, but you had your friend Karen, like he was confused and she was like, yeah, but you're not wrong about that vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's a
like,
vibe.
okay, Simone.
Vibe.
It is.
Okay.
Which I figured that too, because she's I like her. She's so spiritual, and like she gives off a really great energy as well. So I feel that. So I'm not sure if I'm feeling their relationship though.
I mean, well, I knew as soon as she said, when she was talking about having to go back to juvie because Ayanna was messed up, and she was like, yeah, the laws of Georgia said I could get married. I was like, they're about to elope.
Right.
And
We already
how
knew
old
what's
is
gonna
Angel
happen.
supposed to be on this show?
Like
though?
18.
Are we
she's
sure
like
he's 18 on the show?
I think so.
He's not giving
young.
me 18 vibes.
He's giving me mid-20s vibes with a
too.
17-year-old.
With the little mustache, just
Yeah.
Okay, side note, Evan Ross and his voice, it's something about his voice.
well, yeah.
I like.
making. Listen,
I can see picturing him younger, but I don't, and I
No,
view him as like what,
the
30?
Latin lover move they got.
Yeah,
going on
I'm
makes
missing
him
that
look a
whole
little
thing. I'm
older
just saying.
to me.
And you know, Lala's playing his mom this season, so we'll be seeing her at some
Cannot
point in
wait.
a future
I
episode.
love it.
So,
I
you
love
know.
the Afro-Latino hookup. I love it.
So, I mean, well, maybe he is old. I'm not sure. I just assumed he was younger. I don't recall. I'm like, have we seen him go into a bar? Has he been drinking?
no,
I don't
exactly.
know.
That's why I'm like, how old is this
But
guy?
is this a nod to the whole situation, the things that are going on in the world today? How, a lot of
older men try and get younger
Getting
girls?
I mean, that's not.
I
That's
do.
been things in the
R.
world
Kelly.
forever.
I do
but,
feel that.
But they're. See, the thing that's not confusing, but that we've yet to see, is we know that there's an energy and attraction. We know for whatever reason he wanted to save Simone. So he married her to keep her out of juvenile.
Right.
But we don't know yet if their relationship is serious, like if
just
it's
a
just they're
contract.
playing, or
Is he helping
I
himself
feel like
or is
it's
he helping
gonna.
Simone?
I don't know. We'll see. It's like I
'Cause we
want to
don't
think
know
that he's
nothing about
helping
him yet.
her as well. Exactly. We don't know where he came from. I want to say that he's also helping Simone, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, marriage. Like,
Right, but that's Jahil's nephew too,
Yeah.
so it's like a little shade
it runs
already.
in the family.
it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we also see that Cassie she with it.
Oh, Cassie
She about
about
that
that life.
Well,
I love seeing Brandy as Cassie. I wrote that down. I was like, I love Brandy as Cassie.
I don't
So-
know. She scares me a little.
And that's the
as
point, and I love
Cassie.
it. Like, yes, girl, you scare me because I'm not used to seeing you like that.
Again.
Yeah.
It is a stretch.
What you
for
mean?
her.
Ray J's sister did grow up in Carson,
She did grow up in Corson.
you know, and Ray J is affiliated.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
you know,
So, Brandy, you know, she has some
she got some
inspiration.
in it too.
Digging deep
Yeah,
from her
She has some
childhood.
inspiration.
And
Okay.
so, yes.
And so in the beginning, we see that Cassie brings by a cousin named Brick. And I was like, okay, who is Brick, first of all? Brick is, of course, he's fresh out.
muscle.
Listen, he been growing he was growing that beard the whole time he was in there.
Right.
That was a
Oh,
a
it was
bird's
so
nest.
full and so luxurious. I
Looked
was
like he
wow.
put beard oil on it and, you know,
He's a beard
fondle
model.
it every night.
He's got to be a beard model.
That will knock you out as well.
Also,
Double
just
as a
in
hitman.
case. And so so Carlotta was like basically saying, make him go away. Like he don't need to be around here. But I was thinking in my mind, I was like, you might actually need Brick. He's gonna come in handy eventually. Let's maybe don't have him come around the house too much.
Right.
But y'all are gonna need him.
But Carlotta's dealing with a complex right now. Do you guys see that Carlotta's dealing with a major superwoman complex? I wrote that down because she's trying to just like be this big thing when we know she can be defeated.
She's trying to be Cotton's superhero,
Right.
and it's not really working out too well.
I think that's guilt because she couldn't prevent this from happening. She knows really, like, they were extremely lucky that, I mean,
Cotton
God bless
made it out
Karen,
alive.
but that Cotton made it out alive and, you know.
Yeah, and that too, and I think also probably the guilt also comes from the way that she treated Cotton. She didn't really accept her as a trans woman. When we first got into the episode, the season.
Right.
So
But
I
I'm
feel
loving
so bad.
all the
Yeah.
daughters I hear flying.
Yeah.
I can protect my daughter. I got my daughter. This is my daughter. And I'm like, I
Yes.
remember when she used to be like, son, daughter, I don't know what you are.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
and call her by
So
the
they
old
bonded
name.
and gotten close.
So, I do love that, but
Wait, can we ask really quick before we move on since we kind of touched on it?
what you want to ask?
What do we think about Cotton showing a heart? I don't know what to
That's
call
what I was about to
it.
say.
Oh,
I was
okay,
like,
okay.
yeah, because
It was
no, really. So she
shocking.
meets up with him, and that's why I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna need Brick for. And I mean, talk about grace and mercy.
Man.
Talk about taking it to church. I'm like, wow.
See,
But
we
you know
don't-
he's going to come back.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
That last look let us know he cannot let Cotton go. And
No,
Cotton,
he's coming back.
but Cotton looked at him with the same look on her face too. The look on her face was not fear; it was longing. Number one, number two, we don't know what he saved her from in jail because
True.
she is holding on to that.
I
with
need
her
to
life,
know
and
what
he killed her.
Yeah,
man.
I need to know what he saved her from in prison so that I can be the judge. Be like, girl, you could have killed him for that, girl. Please.
What he saved you from getting beat up at the lunchroom, girl? You could have been.
Girl,
But
but
no,
he
it was
still
something
he
severe.
still got out and still tried to kill her. So like, you still have to die, Omari. Like, thanks, but like, I gotta kill
right.
you.
Like, you're not going to have him break an arm, nothing?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
like,
mean? Because
I still have to kill you.
y'all just going to let him go and he's just going to be like, okay, they tried to kill me. They
Right.
didn't. Are they still, like.
And Miss Bruce saying, but don't come back here again is not enough. Like, that's
but
not
shout
threatening.
out to Miss Bruce. I love
Yes.
Miss Bruce.
I
She
know.
tells
With
the
the
truth.
one-liners.
What did
Bring
she
your
say?
fine ass back here. I was like, I know, right? She just had to put that in.
He was looking up
I mean,
kind of
it's
sexy
true.
at that point. It was painful sexy. Like
Death
I
can
mean,
do that to you, almost being, suffocated to death with a plastic bag.
I don't know.
Gives you some type of
a glow.
Oh no,
A glow?
He must have had the glow, the inner glow, exactly. But man, so that's why, and I don't know. I guess I didn't know what to think. I didn't think that she was really in love with him still, but now
I
that
thought
she
she was
said
in
it, I
love
was
with
like,
Elliot. Like, I'm so confused, Cotton. I mean, I get it, straddling between two men, but one of those men is dead now because of the other, and
Yeah,
that same
like,
man tried to
what?
kill you, and he burnt down your mama's salon. You might want to let that go.
She is bred
don't know.
in dysfunction.
yeah, he
Number
might
one.
gotta have to go.
Right.
So, but her hair was looking nice. And, Carlotta's hair was also looking great, too. We have a good, nice little special segment for y'all, Carlotta's
I wish we
wig
had some
review.
music.
I know. We didn't have music for Carlotta's wig
next week,
review.
we're going to have music for Carlotta's wig review.
Oh, my God, yes.
So,
So, I
yeah.
was feeling her wigs. 'Cause I remember at first you were like, was she even wearing a wig? I said, exactly.
Exactly. They lowered down the extreme.
It's not as
looks.
vibrant. She's on her grown woman. She
She
like,
stepped it up.
This is her business wig.
Okay.
So.
Some yaki hair, conservative.
What did you call it? You said she's the Aunt Lisa?
I am going to, every week, I'm going to name her wigs as in auntie style. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to know that there's different kind of aunties. There's that auntie that drinks and will slide you a drink under the table. There's that auntie that will preach to you. There's that auntie that's about her business. Tonight she was Auntie Lisa, which is about her business.
Yeah. Okay.
She will go to court for you and vouch for you if necessary, and you can use her as a reference on your job application.
Yes.
All right, so Auntie Lisa, welcome.
Welcome. And thanks y'all for kicking it with us in the chat. We just want to kind of do some little fan shout outs or whatever, because y'all are faithful.
They're lit. Price Right has keeping the conversation going in there.
Yes.
Shout out to the Rose Show. He's from way back from last season, season 1. He's always in there with us. Simone, what's up? Danielle, Mr. Music Man, what's up with you? He's laughing at the almost dead glow. He appreciated that joke. And let's see. I know I'm missing somebody. But shout out to all you guys in there. Like I said, checking us out every week. You guys were waiting before we get on. We appreciate that. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, which I see you are. Leave us comments, hit us up on Twitter and Instagram if you have some more feedback. We appreciate that.
Aww,
and keep in mind, again, chat, that if you guys leave a comment, I answer all. I literally answer every comment. So.
Me too.
We love talking to y'all. Y'all are so nice.
Look, wait. They're like, Auntie Wigs is accurate.
Yes.
Wigs.
Especially because when we go to the beauty supply store, the wigs are named after our black ass aunties anyway. Like the wig Maureen. So
that's right. And we know
Maureen
Maureen smokes cigarettes. So
yes,
be careful.
Yes,
okay.
and the Maureen is the short wig.
Yes. Something from the Vivica Fox collection.
Exactly. We know. And last week you did go to the Star screening, right?
I did. It was so fun, you guys. I'm so sorry that you guys didn't make it, but I have some news from there.
Come on, news and gossip.
Okay, news and gossip. I want to tell you what happened at the premiere. First of all, it was moderated by Karen Civil, who is like a queen in the hip hop journalism world. We had Jude, which is Star. We had Alex. We had 2 other cast members from Empire there.
That's awesome.
And they talked a lot about what's going to be coming up in the upcoming season. And I did get a chance to ask a question.
What was your question?
My question was, what are you looking forward to us learning about your character? And Star said, well, guess what? And I also elaborated about what I wanted to look forward to, which was Star finally finding out about her mom. And she said it's happening. She's going to find out what happened with her mom, and she's going to be able to come to terms with some demons. You guys hear that? Some demons. And then Alex gave me her take on things, and she said this is her time to find herself. She's really trying not to be focused on love and all of that. She's trying to glow up. She's trying to glow up as a woman, as a grown-ass woman, okay? Simone wasn't there, but she sent her love and her wishes. And I want you guys to know, all the people leaving comments, they said they do watch AfterBuzz TV. You guys are so sweet, and they be paying attention, y'all. Yes. So please leave comments letting them know also how much you love them as well as how much you love us.
We really
but say how much you love us first.
Right. There it is.
Mix it up there.
Yes, and so now we're going to get into some of our predictions, because this episode was jam-packed. Oh, my goodness.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
It's on me. So, speaking of Star and her demons, we saw a little tease of it with Star's nightmares, and we know that Brody, her dad, is going to be back in the episode next week, and that the song that Star was being haunted by, that she sang at the club with Jackson, is actually the song that was on loop when her mom OD'd that day. And so my prediction is we're going to find out that Star actually helped her mom overdose. And the guilt from that is why she didn't talk for 2 weeks. And I don't know, something happened with Brody. Maybe he thought he couldn't handle that his daughter killed her mom or something like that. It's going to be something deep, something along those lines. Star was more involved with Mary's overdose than previously thought. So that's my prediction.
Ooh, that's a good one. And she is right about 100% of the time, 99% of the time. So we think it's going to happen.
Jill was right. Hashtag
From
Jill
100 to
was
99.
I know, I had to bring it back down because we don't want to reveal that she must be a writer on the show.
Yeah, she is.
I mean,
In my predictions, I think they're going to, because Star is very good at reflecting what's going on in real life, I think they're going to continue talking about that Me Too movement. You notice how Ayanna bribed her father on all the booties that he's grabbed, which is totally inappropriate in business. But he surely came out confident, so I think Mr. Floyd has a plan. to try to bring them down. And I also think that Simone is going to fall for Angel because he's such a smooth little operator.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
What about
no.
you? What you think?
Well, like I said, I know that I can't wait to see Carlotta and Ayanna join forces against Charles Floyd because it's about time.
Right.
So I definitely agree with that. Retweet. Brody pops up and he's like, "We got a problem." He pops up in Hayo's trailer. I'm like, "Duh, of course." Like, of course, Brody.
So the two druggies are gonna link up.
you know what I'm saying? You can never trust two drug addicts.
You know, I'm sure that they have beef from the past because Hayo used to deal with Mary, and obviously we know what Brody is. Male egos.
So with all of that, I feel like Jahil, since he, is over at Angel and Andy, or he's kind of like responsible for bringing them about, I feel like it's going to bring tension to Simone and Angel's marriage. But also, when Simone came back in and she found out that they're going on tour, I feel like she's going to get that marriage annulled pretty quickly. Like, I don't see that.
It will be
Simone, divorce him, okay? That's all.
I think that Simone is going to. I think that
I think
Hayo
she's
is going to
gonna
put
enjoy it.
Angel up to something to like trick Simone.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
gonna be a puppet in that thing.
Ooh,
so that's
this
what I'm
is
saying.
so
The tension
good,
in the
guys.
marriage. So I want to see Simone beat him to it and get that marriage annulled.
Me too.
Do it. Okay.
But after the kiss, and I want the kiss to be real good.
Well,
Get
they
it
just
closer.
had it. Didn't they have a kiss
they kissed
tonight?
enough.
They didn't
You
kiss
over it?
tonight.
Yes, they did. They kissed when they had the energy conversation.
They kissed when it was
in the
vibing.
alley. You know, when they was vibing.
When they had that
and
vibe.
They had that energy
The
exchange.
It's a vibe. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
And
you're
you know,
right,
he
you're
said he
right.
didn't want anything to happen.
So
Look at me, I'm just
I
insatiable.
know.
I want more kisses. What's wrong with me?
Well, you know.
okay, so now we're just going to wrap up and we'll start back with you. Where can we find you, Jill?
So you guys, once again, make sure you are following me on all social media at Stiletto Jill. Hit me up. Let me know what your favorite moment of this episode was because, we're shouting you guys out. So
Yeah.
I can't shout you out if you don't talk to me.
Definitely.
Right? Simple.
Right.
All right, and I'm your girl, Shawna O. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at DShawnaO. My Instagram's a little dry, but I've been sick and I'm back, baby. So get on it, follow up.
That's all right. It's the bounce back that counts.
Right.
Okay.
Star on Fox.
Again, I'm your host, Ivanna Williams. You can follow me on Twitter at Ivanna L. Williams and on Instagram at Ivanna.Williams. Also, check me out on the Atlanta After Show. Thanks for joining us, you all. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.